Yeah, it's true. Very true. Okay, guys, I'll be right back after this. I gotta take a small little break, and we'll be back with some more politics throughout the music. If you guys have an opinion on this topic, the number is 360-464-4216, or if you guys want to chat in the chat room, just hit the little follow button there on the screen there, and come in the chat room, ask us questions, give us your point of view. Be right back.
Let's Talk About the Music is wanting your sponsorship to advertise on the show's podcast. Anyone, anywhere in the world can advertise. We're especially looking for small businesses, event and festival coordinators, and venues. For pricing and special offers, go to letstalkaboutthemusicblog.wordpress.com. Join us April 13th on Let's Talk About the Music when the Action Adventure Circus Super Geek League will be talking everything geek. Find out why they are the most unique performance group in the Pacific Northwest. Also on the show co-hosting will be myself, character voice actor and vocal impersonator Ty the Voice Guy. All this and more April 13th starting at 8 p.m. on Let's Talk About the Music.
Well, that was some boring music.
Spike?
Come on, where's the Justin Bieber? Where's the Katy Perry? Where's the Fall Out Boy?
Noddle, you have witch powers. Turn him into a chipmunk and feed him to the owl outside.
I will do no such thing. We're here to talk about our website.
HomeCanineNeutering.com?
What?
No! InvaderPet.com, where people can check out our comic strips or locate bookstores selling bookmarks with our comics on them. So, listeners, want to see comics of me, Noddle the Witch, my pets Kaylee Cat and Spike Beagle? Go to InvaderPet.com and check us out.
Seriously, though, you guys really have a canine neutering website?
In the past 12 months, almost 500,000 Australian women reported that they had experienced sexual or physical abuse in their homes. As of September 24th, 2015, 63 women have died. This fact appears at the beginning of the new music video for the song Mayfair by Winter's End of Sydney, Australia. Wednesday, April 20th, on Let's Talk About the Music, we'll talk with the band about domestic violence. Tune in from 8 p.m. to midnight Pacific Standard Time to listen and chat live.
In the cold streets of the city, it's a new world, it's a new day. In the jet planes, on the cruise ships, it's a new sky, it's a new day. In the wheat fields, on the dirt roads, it's a new world, it's a new day. In the suitcase, in the closed trunk, it's a new war, it's a new day. It's a new war. If the battle hymn is nothing but a melody to be harmonized with the funeral king, if it's killing you every time it's killing me, why don't we stop this guillotine? In the crosswalks, in the storm drains, it's a new life, it's a new day. If it's killing you every time it's killing me, what are we gonna do about this guillotine? About this guillotine? If it's killing you every time it's killing me, why don't we stop this guillotine? Why don't we stop this guillotine? Why don't we stop this guillotine?
Well, let's talk about the music. I'm your host, Shells, and on the phone I have my brand new co-host, Greg, Spart in the Hall. Hello.
I'm still here.
Yay. And we are talking something that no one else in the world wants to talk about. Politics. And
yes, politics.
Politics, those nasty little things. Because people are so burnt out on politics right now because of what's going on here in the United States. And whoever's going to be president here next year is going to be, well, it's going to be what's going to be, I guess. I don't know. So, anyway. We were talking on the break about some of the most outspoken musicians. We have Green Day. You already mentioned U2, and there's REM as well.
Yes, all very good examples of very much having broad opinions and very outspoken opinions.
Oh, yeah, and also there's also the Sex Pistols. The Sex Pistols.
Yep. Cornerstone of the punk movement.
Oh yes. They're the one that came out with The Queen is Dead. Long Live the Queen. Sorry, but Long Live the Queen.
It's gotten a lot of trouble with the royal family over that one.
Yeah, actually, that song was actually banned all across the United States and in England, of course. It was not allowed to be played. It was by the Queen's order to get that off the air immediately. You can get it probably now on MP3 or one of their CDs or whatnot. But yeah, that song was not allowed to play on the air. Period. It's gone. And what I heard of it was not that bad of a song. I didn't think there was anything wrong with it, but whatever.
Well, different times, people hear things in songs that might not always be there too. Like it's hard to say whether or not they meant it to be quite that insulting as the royal family took it. A lot of times people take things from this music that might not be quite that extreme, and they decide that they are extreme.
Yeah. Sometimes people don't really think of what they're doing until it's ever is finished. Like, oh, maybe we should have done that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. That too. Especially, again, getting back to social media, you have musicians now who are super vocal about their opinion, not necessarily in song, but as people. And sometimes they'll just say something that maybe they probably should have thought about the effect it might have before they put it out there for the whole world to see.
Or hear.
Yes, or hear. At the same time, though, it's good that they have the courage to just go ahead and say it and just get it out there. Although it's funny that sometimes you have musicians who just kind of belt things out without thinking twice. Since you mentioned about Donald Trump, that's one of the things that he's known for, just kind of saying things right off the cuff without really considering the results of what might happen beforehand.
Mm-hmm. Well, I don't think Trump actually really cares, in my opinion.
True. Could be that. I really don't know him personally. I I try very hard not to form real super strong opinions like that without knowing people too personally, but it does seem that way, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of sad because I'm hearing a lot of people say that, oh, he's really not he's not that kind of a bad person, he's really that bad a person. Well, he's kind of presenting himself that he is that bad of a person.
Yeah, and you have to take people at the surface a lot of times. If you don't know them personally, like I don't know these candidates personally, I have to take what I can see from what they're saying on my TV screen or on my radio or on their own social media. I don't have a way to know, well, do they mean that? Do they not mean that?
Mm-hmm.
And you can get that with the musicians too, with politics. You can get a song where a musician might say something and maybe it's not actually meant to be literal. Maybe it's just for theater. Maybe it's just part of an album concept. But, I mean, you don't really know. You weren't there when they wrote the song. Yeah.
Me personally with Trump, even though he's a well, I'm not allowed to swear on the air, so he's a jerk. we'll be nice. Some people think it's just an act, that he's not really like that, and he's being that way for a reason. Why? I have no idea. But that's just opinion I've been hearing.
Yeah, true. Very true. And I think that's one of the things that people who are involved in politics kind of bank on too. Like a lot of it, especially with elections like this one, where it's really highly charged with emotion, is that a lot of the candidates are banking on you to feel these different emotions. And and music historically has been used very effectively like that to kind of sway people politically, whether they might not have thought favorably about a candidate in the past. Now maybe they do because they heard their favorite musicians said some really nice things through this set of songs about it. So, oh yeah, that seems pretty good. So now I'm a supporter of this person too, and such and such. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, we mentioned that you said something about history, because I'm looking at this article I'm reading called The Classical Rebellion in 1844. Mm-hmm. One of the opera singers premiered, and they were actually calling the Italians to overthrow Austria and France. So it goes way back then that music was a very influence on the politics. During politics, even with Napoleon, who had crowned himself as king in Italy in 1805, and then Finland in 1815. So it's quite interesting to see it happening back in 1800s.
Yeah. You know? I mean, you have to think for a minute how long music has really existed in a kind of structured form, and just how long people might be trying to use it to convince other groups of people that, hey, this person's good, but this person is bad, or this thing is a good thing, and this is not a good thing.
And also, if you think about it, too, if you go look even deeper, every single politician out there, well, maybe not all politicians, but has a theme song. For example, when you hear the song for the president, you all stand up and you rise. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And you know that president's going on because you're waiting for that cue. You know what I mean?
Yep, it's kind of trained into people.
Yeah. And also kind of like the theme song that's beginning, like what you wrote, and everyone now knows that we're getting ready to start when you hear that song. It's going to happen.
That's right.
It's kind of like that.
That's right.
But, I think music has been going around probably from the beginning of time when you want to, if I remember correctly in the history books, when people want to, beat their drums or their chest and I am the best, they do it in rhythm, and they're doing it in a drum, or they dance with it. And Native Americans did a rain dance to help make it rain, or they did something we're getting off the subject of politics, but to them, having it rain or calling for the buffalo for a hunt, it was their politics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, politics, to us, of course, in the so-called civilized world, so to speak, we like to think